Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description.
This is like a really like coolery hand. I don't know. We were all pretty deep because there's a hot table drawing where they give out like $500 to every person at a random table each hour. So we were all playing like pretty deep,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes the spots a lot more difficult. And so I have ace queen of hearts in the small blind, and there's two limps, middle position open to 17 and
17?
yeah, 17.
Okay.
And the button then three bets to 55. So middle position, I have 1300, and middle position has me covered, and the button has about 800.
Okay, so I had a little issue. So MP to 17, the button makes it 50, right? Is that
Three
right?
bets to 55.
Button to 55. And repeat how deep you guys are again. Sorry, my computer just glitched, so I was over there. So, and it's over to you. You got ace queen offsuit in the small blind. And how deep are you guys?
Ace queen suited. I
Ace
have
queen
ace queen
suited.
suited.
Sorry.
Yeah. I have 1300, and the middle position opener covers me, and the button has about 800.
Okay. I think you can call. I don't think that you have to I mean, I think the hand is too good to fold. Especially with a little bit of suitedness. I mean, I imagine that there probably isn't that much light three betting in this game. Is that right?
Not from this particular player.
Hmm.
I really think I've only ever seen him three bet once or twice, maybe.
Honestly, you could.
Um,
I mean, like a hand like ace queen offsuit, you could probably just put in the muck. I mean, if a 1-3 player is only three betting queens, kings, aces, and ace king, then how do you proceed with ace queen? You know what I mean? I'm just putting
yeah,
myself in that perspective, like ace queen suited. I'm in the small blind, mid position, button to 55. I don't think it's that bad. You could certainly flat here.
that's what I ended up doing. And
Okay.
then one of the limpers who only started the hand with like 350 also calls.
So
And then
it was like limp MP to 17, 55 call. Now a limper calls, right? He just like limp calls.
yeah, there were two limpers. One of them folds,
Okay.
and then one of them, yeah, he was pretty crazy. Like, just he'd basically call any amount pre-flop with like, he had lost like a bunch of money in earlier hands. He was in for a while. Like, older guy, but not that much older. Just kind of, I mean, he doesn't get it in badly, but he doesn't really think about his plays too much
Okay.
either. So then, initial opener thinks for a while. He's a pretty solid player, pretty tight from what I've seen. But he'll put the money in some spots when he's behind. I've seen it. He eventually makes the call, and so four ways to the flop, and it's Jack of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, Ten of Hearts.
What do you have? Ace queen of spades or something?
I have Ace Queen of Hearts.
Ace queen of hearts. Okay. Well, okay. So yeah, I didn't get that in the beginning. So you flop top pair and a royal flush draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of just sitting. I was like, do I lead out? Do I just um like check raise? I really didn't know what to do. I just like wanted to see what happened behind me. But so I eventually checked,
I
and
would think
then
I honestly like you don't get into the spot all that much, but when you look at what the so let's say that the button's range is very very strong when it's three bet, right? Like
yeah,
it's aces, it's kings, it's queens, and it's ace king. Um, I would play this hand very passively, actually, because I don't think you have the best hand right now. You're never going to have fold equity against the button's three betting range. Unless you think the button's capable of folding aces, which I just don't see that much at 1-3. Now, if you say the guy can fold kings or aces, you can attack this board. If he's never folding aces or kings, he's just always going to have the best hand, and you might actually just want to call so that people can come in behind you. Because occasionally, like maybe somebody makes a call with ace jack, ace 10, and then a king rolls off and you're on a free roll. That would be my initial thought, is that this board hits the button so hard that there's never really going to be any fold equity against kings, aces, or pocket queens or ace king. So why not just play this hand as like a pull hand, meaning that you just want people to come in behind you. So that I mean I wouldn't I if it got checked to the button I would probably check call. Did it get checked over to the button?
No, that's
Really?
not what happened. The limper goes, he just open jams for about like 300, a little less than 300.
Okay.
And middle position tanks for a while, again, even longer than he did pre-flop. He looks pretty like troubled, like he doesn't really know what to do. I feel like my initial thoughts were like he might have like a set of tens, a set of jacks. I don't know, and is worried about the button behind him. But he eventually makes the call for about 300,
Okay.
and then the button also calls, so it comes back to me.
That's really interesting because I would say that I doubt that the button ever has ace king. So
Because he
if
would have jammed, right?
yeah, I don't think he's calling with ace king here on the flop all that much. I think he's probably raising. Just I mean some people will like at higher levels, but here with a guy all in, he's probably just raising. Um so now because the button doesn't have ace king, and I would imagine he most likely has aces or kings, I would think, and you think that the guy is troubled in the middle, you could just jam here as a semi bluff. Your equity is so great. As long as somebody doesn't have ace king, if you can occasionally get the hands to fold out and get it heads up with the all in guy, it's probably not. It can't be that bad. I mean, you've got so much equity. Once you take ace king out, the hand you don't have equity against. I mean, you have some. Is the hand you're doing worst against is ace king, right? But if you don't
Yeah.
think anybody has ace king, then it can't be that bad just to actually jam this and try to get somebody out off of a better hand than you. Um, whether or not someone's going to fold a set, whether or not someone's going to fold aces or kings is questionable, but you probably have so much equity against those hands, it probably can't even be all that bad. If they never folded any hands that they were in there, you could call and see what develops on the turn, and maybe somebody makes a sizing mistake or it gets checked through and you magically see a free card. But I don't think you could probably go all that wrong with just jamming in here.
Okay. I ended up calling,
Okay.
so I don't know if that's a bad option.
I don't
I
think
just
it's that bad. I just think that probably jamming shows a little bit more of a profit if you take out ace king out of all these guys' ranges. Jamming's probably going to be slightly more profitable, I would say. But anyways, you move to the turn.
okay.
Yeah.
So the turn is an ace of diamonds.
Okay.
So me and the other player both check, and the button immediately moves all in for his last like 400 or 50.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds to me like the button has pocket kings, or he maybe very occasionally slow plays ace king, and then he has it. He certainly has it. That's for sure. Or he has pocket aces and he's overplaying, but he still has the best hand, right? I mean, it's unlikely because you have ace queen. So he moves in for how much?
I think it was about 400.
400. So 300, 600, 900, 1200. It's 14. So the pot's like 1800, 400 for you to call, something like that.
It was either 400 or 450. It wasn't any more than that. Yeah, it was a massive pot.
Okay. So I think it's probably like the pot's 1800, 400 for you to call. I think is what it is. So you're getting about 4.5 to 1 here. You have 2 outs excuse me, you've got 4 outs to a full house and 9 outs to a flush here if everything is clean. So that would be 13 outs. You also have another 3 outs to chop too. But getting 4.5 to 1 with 13 outs with one card to come looks like you have to call here. The pot odds are too great. If he shows you two kings, whatever. I mean, or yeah, excuse me, you've got maybe as little as one king for a chop out. But if he shows you two kings, you definitely have to call. Like I said, you've got 13 outs, 12 or 13 outs, depending if he's got a heart in his hand. The worst hand he could actually have here for you would be pocket aces, um, which would be like a 3-bet, and then he didn't really know what to do, and now he doesn't think anybody's checking the turn with a king, so he's just jamming pocket aces. In that case, you only have what, 9 outs? Yeah, I guess you hold the queen, so you still have a full 9 outs with one card to come. Um, but even I mean, even still, it's still pretty close. I mean, if he showed you pocket aces, you can't call at 4.5 to 1. You need about 5 to 1. But he's just not going to have pocket aces all the time. He's going to have a king here a lot too. So I think you have to call. The other guy in between is somewhat irrelevant too, because you're drawing at the nuts, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, my question was, would you ever just like put the rest of their money in at this point, or you know,
Oh, would you ever
for
check
me?
raise all in, you mean, to get the other guy out of the hand?
Yeah,
I don't think so. No, I don't think I think calling makes the most sense because you have the nut draw, right? And you're pretty much there's no way you have to be behind to the button, right? There's no way you can have the best hand against the button. It's impossible.
yeah,
So you don't have so you're losing to the button, but you have the nut draw. So why would you want to drive the other guy out of the hand? You have to draw out on the button, right? You have to draw out. You have to make your best hand. So, like I said, the guy in the middle, it makes no difference really what he has. You actually want him in the pot, right? Because the only way that you're going to win the pot is if you make the nuts with an ace or a queen or a heart coming. So you want him to come in because that's extra money. If he gets driven out and you make the hand, you don't make his money, right? If he gets driven out and you miss the hand, it doesn't make any difference because you're still going to lose to the button. So it's a scenario where you have a nut draw, you have a guy that's all in that has you beat. You want the other guy to come in. You want the other guy to put more money in. Do you follow me?
yeah.
Yeah. So what ended up happening?
Well, I called,
Okay.
and the middle position also called.
Okay. So now you guys both on the river, you guys have like what if do you guys have like what 1,000 left or something in your stacks almost
No,
still?
I only have like 500
Okay,
left.
500. Okay.
Um, the river brings in the flush. It's a seven of hearts.
Okay. So at
So
this point the pot I think I want to say is 22 2600. You've got 700. You have 500 left. You just move all in. What are you going to
yeah,
do? Yeah.
that's what I did.
Yeah.
But and then no position folded. He said he folded a set of jacks.
Mhm.
That was why I asked if I should just get it all in on the turn, because then I would have probably gotten all of his money. But
Yeah, but you're behind though, right? You
yeah,
don't want to put your money in behind. You're behind to a set of jacks. Like, yeah, you would have gotten all his money, but you're actually putting in money behind. It's funny is you're not really that far behind with one card to come and hold them, but I mean, if he's got a set of jacks and you've got top two and the nut flush draw, um, yeah, you have 2, 4, 13 outs against his hand. So you're like 30, he's a 2-1 favorite against you. So you don't want to put in money as a 2-1 dog, right? You don't want to drive him out of the hand. So that's what I was talking about. Like you actually want him in the hand because you have to beat the button anyways. Did you figure out what the button had eventually?
Yeah, he flipped over pocket kings, and
Yeah.
the limper actually ended up scooping the main pot with 9-8 of hearts.
Jesus. So you lost nut flush to straight flush?
I won the side pot,
Right,
but yeah,
right. That's crazy.
yeah,
Well, that's a pretty big side pot though, right?
yeah. It was still a big pie. I was happy
Yeah.
with it, but I thought I would once I saw the 7 of hearts. I mean, I thought I won the whole thing.
Right, right. Thanks for the call. Cool call. Take it
Yeah,
easy.
thanks,
All
Bart.
right, take it easy. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video.